Ahoy! This is DJI OM4 and this is DJI OM5. Is it any better? How is the stabilization? Should you upgrade? Can you use extra filters and lenses with this? Has the app been improved for Android users? Would I recommend this for advanced filming? If you don't know me, my name is Zdenka Darola. My channel is all about photography and video, tutorials, reviews, vlogs, hidden giveaways, and camera challenges. If that is something you're into, consider subscribing. One of the most requested reviews on this channel, I cannot tell you how many of you were asking me if I'm gonna be reviewing DJI OM5 gimbal. This is not a sponsored video. As always, I purchased this gimbal myself. OM5 has changed. New design, looks quite sleek and modern. There are positives and unfortunately also negatives to those changes. I'm going to start with the clamp. When you're looking at the magnetic clamp at first, it looks exactly the same as the previous one. Well, it's not the same. The graphics are simplified, but that's not the only thing. That's not important at all, actually. As soon as I place my phone in, and at the moment I'm using an iPhone 12 Pro with Moment thin case, soon I'll change it to iPhone 13 Pro, I noticed a much better grip. They made the grip deeper and just a bit better. You can see it quite clearly when you put those clamps side by side. The angle has changed. My phone fell out of the clamp on DJI OM4 a few times throughout the year. OM5 has improved clamp. It is 2 grams heavier than OM4 clamp. Now the phone is holding. Let's continue with the body. It is smaller and lighter, and yes, you can literally fit it in the pocket. Here are dimensions when the gimbal is folded and unfolded. Gimbal weight is 292 grams. OM4 was a bit heavier, it was 390 grams. What hasn't changed is the maximum payload, compatibility phone thickness, and width. All measurements are displayed on the screen. Battery has been downgraded. That's a negative for me. DJI OM4 has 18650 lithium battery. Capacity is 2450 mAh, which lasts a maximum of 15 hours. This new DJI OM5 uses pouch cell 1000 mAh battery, which lasts a maximum of 6.4 hours. You can charge it faster. Battery can be charged in 1.5 hours. OM4 was charged in 2.5 hours. Charging port is the same, USB-C. Another minus is that you cannot charge your phone with it. DJI OM4 has an external device charging port, but this one doesn't have it. You can use it in the same temperature, 0 to plus 40 degrees Celsius. DJI OM5 has this extendable selfie stick. You do need to apply a little bit of a force to pull it out, and you can actually tilt it, and then you need to apply quite a bit of force again to push it back in. Now, some of you might say, yeah, we've seen before those, stabilized selfie stick, but those were only 2 axes. This one, when the preview picture came out, was showing the first 2 axes, but luckily now I can see that those are actually 3 axes. So it's a 3-axis gimbal on extendable selfie stick. That means this should be a lot more stable. We will definitely test the stabilization. Let's look at the buttons and what they can do. DJI OM5 has one new extra button. Power button is on the side. By default, it is button where you can change modes from photo to video, or in the menu you can enable quick menu. Then you can change gimbal's modes here or access other shooting modes like panorama, slow motion, and so on. Modes and zoom buttons only work in DJI Mimo. You are not going to get that in Native Camera app or Filmic Pro. Zoom is the same as in the previous version, and it is changing lenses from ultra-wide to wide and telephoto. It kind of jumps, so it's not as smooth. You can absolutely change the zoom speed in the DJI Mimo settings. I like the way the joystick is responding. It seems to be a bit more comfortable in a hand, and it seems to respond much better. Next to it is the record button. Record button works in all apps, Native Camera app or Filmic Pro. Below is a button which will switch the front and rear camera. As soon as you select the front camera, the selfie camera will automatically track you. To cancel tracking, just hit trigger one time. That again works only in DJI Mimo. If you press 2 times, you will be able to switch from horizontal to vertical mode and back. Trigger is in the back. When you press 2 times, it will reset the gimbal. If you press and hold, you will enter all lock mode. All motors will be locked and you will film in one direction. The motors will not move around. If you're in DJI Mimo, you will get another function, and that is tracking. Press trigger 1 time and the gimbal will start tracking. You will cancel it the same way, just press 1 time. Let's test the tracking feature. I want to see if it is any better. I'm gonna put it through some good test. And now it is tracking me, so I'm just gonna go slowly at first and see how it can handle this whole tracking. This is pretty good. It's not losing me. That has been definitely improved. I want to talk about the extendable selfie stick. That is absolutely a bonus because you are gonna get such a better view of yourself and you're recording yourself as you're walking. First of all, you don't have to hold your arm as high anymore. You can have it comfortably down and the angle will be just so much more flattering. Now, when I have it sitting here on a table, I extended it, made sure I'm just pointing a little bit down at me, and you are definitely getting way better angle. It's time to test the stabilization. I'm gonna be using iPhone 12 Pro. There is a regular walk, Ninja Soft Walk, and full speed run. This is when the gimbal was contracted. Let's extend the gimbal, let's extend the selfie stick, and let's just do another quick test. It might be different as the arm is now extended. Modes are exactly the same, nothing changed there. For those who are not familiar with gimbals, who are new to this, let's run through them very quickly. All follow mode, tilt lock mode, all lock mode, sports mode, FPV mode, and spin shot. Although it's fairly fast to click and pull out the menu to change the mode, the only downside is that you have to do it only in DJI Mimo app. So if you are filming in native camera app or if you are filming in Filmic Pro and you want to change the gimbal's mode, you have to go back to DJI Mimo, click the quick menu, change the mode, close DJI Mimo and go back to Filmic Pro. So you have to go back and forth. This is unfortunately a minus for me because all the recent gimbals are reviewed on this channel, such as Zoom Smooth Q3 or Hohem iSteady V2 or other Moza gimbals. They all have the option to change the modes directly on the gimbal. You don't need to go to their appropriate app. However, if you know that you will be filming mainly in DJI Mimo, that doesn't apply to you. I've been filming with smartphone gimbals over 3 years now, and I know my style of filming and I know exactly what type of range of movement I'm looking for. If you're someone who just needs something very quick on the go, just needs some quick filming for family stuff, reels, shorts, TikTok stuff, Instagram, this is really more than what you need. If you are more into very complex filming type of B-roll stuff with filters, extra lenses and all that, we'll get to that a little bit later. Let's review the range of movement, as I noticed that it has changed a bit. Comparison of mechanical range between OM4 and OM5 will be displayed on the screen. Tilt movement is now way smaller. Look at the tilt on DJI OM4 and take a look at DJI OM5. Drastic change there. slow movement was way better on DJI OM4. Take a look at DJI OM5. Now, it is even catching a view of the gimbal. Few of you asked me if I can check if you can see the motor while filming with ultra wide angle lens. So let's check. As you can see, there is no more motor being shown in the shot when you are in video mode with the ultra wide angle lens. If you are taking photos, yes, you will see the motor, but if you take photos, you really don't need the gimbal. What is important is that you cannot see the motor when you are filming a video. DJI Mimo is exactly the same as it was before. Only few things have been added, so let's start with Apple. You can film in automatic or manual mode in 4K, 1080p and 720p in 24, 25, 30 and 60 frames per second. Beauty feature is also available, however not in 4K, only in 1080p and 720p. Story has 20 pre-designed templates. Panorama allows you to take 3x3 or 240 degrees view. You can also clone yourself here. You can take photos, a video, 8 times slow motion, which is 240 frames per second. So no, there is no 120 frames per second. Dynazoom, time-lapse, and hyperlapse. You can use a built-in video editor with either pre-designed templates, which saves you so much time. You can select clips, it will edit it for you. You post it on social media, you can continue with your life. Or if you want, you can select Pro Editing mode to have more control and edit the way you like. So what have been added for OM5 users? FT feature enables you to turn on or off tracking, meaning as soon as you select the front camera, it will automatically track you. You don't need to select yourself to track you. You can select Auto HDR10. If the scene allows it, Auto HDR10 will be automatically turned on. Lastly, we can enable a shot guide. This is an amazing feature for beginners who are just learning how to actually use the gimbal, what to film, how to find the shot. It is also great for those moments when you freeze and you don't know what else to shoot. This might give you that little kick. I see this app being very powerful for beginners and for social media and leisure filming, for someone who just wants to pop in the phone and film in automatic mode. Android users, what you are not getting, there will be limitations as there are always limitations, not only with DJI. First of all, I had a very hard time connecting DJI OM5 to Android. The Bluetooth was connecting in the settings and it paired with DJI OM5, but the DJI Mimo did not recognize it. So then I had to do a lot of research online and I found out that right now, today is September 20th, the DJI Mimo in Google Play Store is an old version. You cannot use that. You have to go directly to DJI website and download the app there or scan the QR code on the box. This is where it's gonna take you to DJI website so you can download the new version of the app. I'm pretty sure the DJI will update it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people already told them that unfortunately the app they have in Google Play Store is old right now. Once I did that, it was working right away. What Android users are not getting, it's exactly the same as before. You can only film in automatic mode, no manual, only in 30 frames per second, in 4K, 1080p and 720p. No slow motion. With DJI OM5, you are getting FT selfie, which means that it will automatically track you as soon as you turn the front-facing camera on. You are also getting auto shot guides. Auto HDR10 is not included. With Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, I can see the motor in the shot with ultra-wide angle lens in DJI Mimo, but I cannot see it if I'm filming in native camera app. So you have to move the phone and use counterweights to balance it properly. Can we use filters and extra lenses with this gimbal? If you watched Moment Guy's review, then you already know that you cannot use heavy Moment lenses with this type of a setup. The gimbal simply cannot handle it. Maximum payload of this gimbal is 230 grams plus minus 60 according to papers. Let's try iPhone 12 Pro with the moment filter and counterweights. I've added 2 of them and it seems to be working fine. I think that you can absolutely film with this type of a setup. The only thing I'm noticing that the pen motor is not as smooth. It feels like there's a little jump in it and it's also making sound. So let me try to record the sound. And when I have it in the vertical position, I hear actually more sound right now in this axis. I'm pretty sure that the microphone was picking it up. I don't think it's an issue though, as long as the sound doesn't get picked up when you are recording. I think it should be fine. I don't see an issue. I think it's gonna be okay for recording. Anyways, either way, I'm gonna be filming with it very soon, so I'm gonna definitely test it out. Now I have anamorphic lens on it and it's pretty much the same thing. It works just fine. I don't see an issue with it. And I have 3 counterweights now. So let me put it to vertical mode and try to record the sound if it is any louder. So that's what it gets, but I don't see an issue. I think it's gonna be fine. You can totally use it with anamorphic lens and those filters. My conclusion is that this is an excellent gimbal for iPhone users and for beginners. It is great for someone who just wants to pop in the phone, film in automatic mode, family stuff, social media, etc, etc. If you want to film in manual mode, it's great as well. You just have to use very light filters and light lenses like anamorphic lens. This is a good option for Android users if you're okay with filming in automatic mode and only in 30 frames per second. A bit complicated if you're going to be filming in Filmic Pro or Pro Mode native camera app, as you have to go back and forth between DJI Mimo and the app you are going to film in. You cannot switch the modes on the gimbal otherwise. I hope you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of this gimbal and what you are currently using. And I'll see you, my friends, in the next video. Ciao, ahoy.